right, so each year we raise chicks, just kind of something fun to do each year. We don't usually have too many. It's usually, I don't know, a dozen. But this year we have anywhere from 40 to 60 chicks coming in. I'm not entirely sure because it's a mystery box from Cackle Hatchery coming in, I think 2 weeks here. And originally we used to do a heat lamp, but as we run 100% off of solar power, that would, the light would sometimes die during the night, and you'd hear the chicks start crying and have to do something about it. And so we got this Brooder, and we love this thing. It's been awesome. You don't have chicks chirping all night because they can, they don't have a light shining them all night. It gets dark, so they can actually sleep. And this is very low power. I mean, a heat lamp is about 200 watts, I believe. I'll have to look up what the wattage was on this, but we'll make it through the night with this. I don't know, we have even less power this year to spare, so I had to get creative and see how to deal with what we got. So I created this thing. So it's just a thick box that our little washing machine came in, and cut it. I didn't measure the height before cutting it up, but it's not too bad. Bedding will fill in the gaps, I'm sure. Or if need be, I can just cut the little holes in the top so the little peg posts can pop out the top. So this should be big enough for 40 to 60 chicks. And it's going to go into the corner of the coop. And I got the 2 openings on either side. It's big enough that chicks can come in and out no problem, and I'll have a set of food and water on either side for the chicks. And the chicks come in a couple weeks, and we'll see how this works. Alright, so I am prepped and ready to go for the arrival of our batch of chicks coming in. Cleared out the roosting poles that were here for space. I did modify my design a little bit because I only had entrance slots at the 2 front parts, and then had it squished up against the wall. And then after thinking about it, I realized I don't want any chicks getting squished all the way in the back. So I also cut 2 entrances on the other side and have it away from the wall a few inches so that chicks can move around and be more free-flowing. So got little feeder and water there, feeder and water there, and then the big feeder right there. I did block off the nesting boxes, which is always a good idea if you're getting chicks, because they will sit there and just poop in the boxes once they're 2 or 3 weeks old and able to get up there, and so they just learn to poop in the boxes. And then I also replaced all the way up here because, yeah, once they're probably 3 weeks old, they'll probably be getting all the way all over the place in here. So, and I got their run cleaned out. The aim is to just have them go eat in the meadows, but if it's a stormy day or we're not here to help protect from predators, we use this. Alright, had the battery die on me, but last thing I wanted to say is that we do have the Brooder all hooked up, and we did do a trial day with it, and we do have the solar power to run the Brooder. Got it under there. And so we should be able to keep those chickies warm, like the rest of the flock. And go out into the meadows. I took the roosting poles out so that I just have more space, and moved my hens over here. Cleaned this up for them. This is normally the coop that I would be raising baby chicks in, but since I have so many baby chicks coming in and only have 4 hens, it made sense to put the hens over here. And then they get to come out during the day as well, so. And we get our baby chicks next week. And those little chickies will have this whole meadow to themselves. So there's plenty of grass and natural forage for them, which always is helpful on feed costs. So real quick, I thought I'd show you my little bunny playpen I got set up. Ideally, I'd have a permanent pen for our grow outs for little babies to be in, but this year we're a little tight on money, so this is stuff we just kind of already had on the property. So I just put this pen together, and it's just kind of like a little playground for the baby bunnies. It's both just a way for them to stretch their legs since they're typically in the raised cages, and it gets them some human interaction since some of these guys are sold as pets, and even if they're not sold as pets, it just makes them more tame as breeders for people who buy them for that. So, but just thought I'd show it in action really quick. Alright, all sorts of things in there. So I'm going to do a quick count. So it looks like there's 50 chicks. So I'm going to go ahead and dip everybody's beak in the water so they know where to get that, and go from there. Alright, everybody's out and running around. Had to hurry and shut this door because I had one trying to escape. But much more room now out of that box. But it looked like there was 2 ducks and 3 turkeys, and then the rest is a whole assortment of different chicks. I can recognize some. There's some Wyandottes. There's definitely some Polish. There's some with some furry legs, so I'll have to see what those guys were. But they're much happier. They're starting to quiet down a little bit as they figure things out. So I got the food and water on the planks of wood because anybody who's had chickens knows that they get straw and bedding all over their water. So that helps keep it much cleaner. And they're all figuring it out and getting their first eating and drinking. And today's supposed to be another really hot day, so I'm sure they're going to have fun running around in here once we get to nighttime. The hope is they all go and snuggle up underneath the brooder there, so that's going to be fun, and see as these guys grow and figure out exactly what breeds we got. And try to make sure we don't step on any of you. But I'm glad that everybody made it alive. I was completely expecting to find a dead chick or two just with the heat we've been having, but every single one is alive and well. Alright, so we are into the next day, and it looks like our chickadees did just fine under the little brooder / contraption I've got there. Yeah, everybody just huddled underneath last night like they were supposed to, and I'd say it was a success.